3 things you have to give up for love. I know we don't always get to have these conversations about giving stuff up for love, but today I want to talk about 3 things. They're not just these 3 things. There are more things we have to give up for love, but I want us to explore the concept of stuff that cannot go with us into a relationship. If you're up for that, I will see you in just a minute. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert and founder of the Black Swan Relationship Academy, right here where we teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status and high worth woman that high quality and high value men find completely irresistible. If that is you, then you are absolutely and totally on the right channel. Now, moving forward, I just want to say to you that one of the things, number one, arrogance. Arrogance, pride and arrogance has no room, no space, no vacancy in a relationship. If you want your relationship to come to a crashing halt with any man, by all means, be as proud and arrogant as you want. There is no room for pride. Pride is what stops us from being vulnerable. Arrogance is what makes us go around feeling that we can get away with anything. We must really give up certain pride things. I don't want to look this way in front of him. If I say that I'm going to look this way in front of him, I'm not talking about managing your behavior so you don't come across high value, or managing your emotions so you don't come across high value. But I'm talking about moments that require that vulnerability in a relationship are always going to mean that at some point you will have to sacrifice your pride. You're going to have to sacrifice your ego for intimacy, for connection. Okay, we cannot... I have so many calls with you ladies and, there's so much that you want to do and say that is right. But the only thing between you saying it and doing it is your pride and your ego. It's this feeling of entitlement, which leads me to number 2, entitlement. One thing we cannot take with us into a relationship and that we have to leave behind is a sense of entitlement. This sense that your partner owes you something and that you don't have to work, you don't have to show up, you don't have to serve, you don't have to give because you are entitled to being treated like a princess or like a queen. Okay, even though you are a Black Swan queen, even though you are a high value feminine woman, we still need to make an effort. We need to make an effort all the time, just as we require the masculine man to make an effort. I'm not talking about striving in a relationship. I'm not talking about laboring in a relationship. I'm not even talking about proving yourself in a relationship. I'm talking about the effort to be feminine, the effort to let things go, the effort to smile, the effort to be soft, the effort to not react to your triggers, the effort to grow, the effort to constantly be working on yourself, the effort to go into the academy and get, tuned in with the courses and grow yourself, the effort to always look attractive as best as you can depending on the occasion, the effort it takes to become and remain feminine only happens when you don't feel entitled to somebody's love, when you don't feel entitled to them always being there or being there in the morning, when you realize that a man doesn't owe you anything other than to be the man that he has to be for himself and show up for you because of his values and his standards. In the same way, if we're gonna get into relationships with a deep sense of entitlement, he should pay, he should do this, he should do that. It's not about should. It's always a wonderful thing that we appreciate when a man shows up as a gentleman. It is not his responsibility to pay. It is his gentlemanly gesture to pay, and it is our ladylike gesture to really appreciate and value that. So I want us to understand that whether you're in a relationship or dating, understand that entitlement cannot follow you into a relationship. I created the Black Swan Nation because I wanted women from all over the world to be able to access on the point help with their dating and relationship needs. We have the expertise of our world-class coaches, including myself, supporting you ladies through your dating journey to have access to live coaching without having to blow the bank. This, of course, we can only take a certain amount of ladies and support a certain amount of ladies, but I want you to know that you are currently welcome to the Black Swan Nation. You may end up on a waiting list, or you may get lucky and be able to get right into the Black Swan Nation, where we provide more insight, where we discuss more personal stories that will be of use to you. In the Black Swan Nation, there are no holds barred. It is unfiltered. It is only for the brave, because in the Black Swan Nation, we give you the raw truth. So all you have to do is follow the link on this video, and we will see you on the other side. Last but not least, certain friends cannot follow you into a relationship. We've got to be okay with, especially if we're healthy and we know how to vet and verify and choose people in a healthy way, we've got to be okay to understand that some of our friends just can't come, okay? And this is not our single friends can't come or our married friends can't come or whatever, but we need to be aware and wake up to the fact that not everybody is going to be served by you being in a relationship. And especially if this relationship is something serious, something valuable, something quality, which are the only relationships we entertain, not everybody's going to be on board with that. And we're going to have to accept that not everybody can come into our relationship space. I have a rule of thumb. If I am sharing a relationship issue with a friend, and that friend is all about walk away, just walk away, just walk away, when it seems to be like, okay, well, I'm actually not there. I'm at the point where I'm asking for the best way forward. What is the next best high value step, for instance? So, or he didn't call when he said he would last night, and your friend is like, well, men like that are just rubbish. I wouldn't even waste my time with somebody like that. If you have a friend who doesn't promote relationships, healthy relationships, a friend who doesn't say, well, why don't you just let him know or talk to him, or why don't you just leave it for now and see if he had a good reason when you do speak to him next time. Even though those are not the best pieces of advice, what we're going for here is a friend who promotes your happiness, a friend who wants you to do better. I know that some of us believe that because she is married, she's gonna obviously have our best intentions at heart because she's married, but we have to understand that married women are still women, and they still want to be the one with the best marriage, or they don't want you to. Not all married women have good intentions towards single women. What if her husband is an absolute loser and here you are dating a man of quality and status? She might not necessarily want that. She might discourage that because maybe she wants you to be married, but just not to a guy better than hers. We mustn't misunderstand and think because a woman's married, she's got your best interest at heart, nor that a woman is single, she's going to be competitive. There are a lot of great single women friends who do want to see your happiness, who will do anything to see you happy in a relationship. I have one or two of those friends, and I cherish them deeply because I feel the same way about them. They feel the same way about me, and you can feel that in the counsel they give you. Be wary of friends that are jealous. Be wary of friends that are always so keen for you to be single again, who are keen for you to be single again. I'm not talking about, if you know you're in an abusive relationship, he's emotionally abusive, he's physically abusive, there's a lot of abuse in that relationship, and your friend says walk away, that is a loving friend. I am talking about the day-to-day relationship interactions. If the port of call for your friend is walk away at every occasion, this is a friend that you possibly cannot take with you into a relationship. We can have this conversation some more. What I want you to do is tell me in the description link some of the things that you believe we cannot take into a relationship, and when I come up with a few more tips about and ideas that you definitely need to know and be cognizant of in your new relationship, I will be sure to do a video. But I know that these three cannot go into a relationship with you if you intend to have a successful relationship. I look forward to seeing you on my next video, but in the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now. Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you going to start practicing right away? Those 3 things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look, and I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all of your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.